Arsenal play Bayern Munich tomorrow in what is one of the most highly anticipated games for as long as I can remember. You have the unstoppable force, which is Bayern Munich, against the impenetrable, which is Arsenal. There's so many intricacies when it comes to this game, and I want to hear people's thoughts on it. Very quickly, though, I want you to help me out. I'm 20 subscribers away from 15,000, so if you haven't already, hit subscribe. And what is your score predictions for the game? Everyone knows the drill. If anyone gets it right, in the breakdown video after the game, I'll give you a shout out on the screen. So let me know your Arsenal versus Bayern Munich score predictions. Look, people are obviously so excited for this game because on the face of it, you see what are probably the two best teams in world football right now. You have that attacking dominance from Bayern Munich, who just seem inevitable when it comes to scoring goals. And you've got Arsenal, who are so shrewd, so measly at the back, they don't like conceding. So this is where it's like, right, attack first defence. I'm not sure that's necessarily strictly true. I think Arsenal are more than capable in an attacking sense to damage Bayern Munich. And I think the benefit Arsenal have in this game is, look, we've got a massive, what could be title deciding or title riding game on the weekend. The title won't be decided on the weekend, but it could have a massive impact come the end of the season. We're playing Chelsea. So the first thing Arsenal have to consider is, do we play a slightly weakened team? And you can get involved. Let me know if you do play a slightly weakened team against Bayern Munich, because you're not necessarily throwing it away. Now, if this was a knockout stage of the Champions League, then of course you approach it in a different way. You look at it and say you don't have that benefit of being able to rest players. Like, you have to win, otherwise you're out of the competition. So in that example, of course, you play your strongest team. Whether you have to play your strongest team twice in a 7-day period, that's just what you do. But like I said, the benefit is this is still the group stage of the Champions League. The group stage in which Arsenal seem like they will comfortably progress. So do you have to play a strong team against Bayern Munich? Again, look, you still have to play it strategically. Like, you still want to be able to get a result. You're not throwing the game away and playing every single, what you would call, reserve player. But you can be clever in the way you approach this. Do I think Mikel Arteta's going to do that? I'll be straight up, no. I don't see evidence to suggest that Mikel Arteta will heavily rotate this team. Like, there could be a world in which you switch so many players, right? You look at that defence even. If you want to rest Saliba for the Chelsea game, you've got Mosquera, who's more than capable. You look at right back, you've got Benny Blanco, who can play there. Miles Lewis-Skelly, I think he will actually get a game instead. That will bring us onto the team sheet. I'm pretty sure most people will have a different team sheet. So I genuinely want you to let me know in the comments section, what team would you select versus Bayern Munich? This is the team I think Mikel Arteta is going to go for. And then I'll tell you the team that I would go for. So I think Arteta will go Raya. I think he'll go Timber, Saliba, Hincapié, and then Miles Lewis-Skelly. I think, well, I know Calafiori is his preferred option on that left-hand side, but the fact that he's just come back from Italy, and I know he played in the last game, but I still don't think he can be 100% fit to play Tottenham, then midweek Bayern Munich, and then Chelsea again on the weekend. So there's something telling me Miles Lewis-Skelly will be that left-back option. In midfield, I don't think it's going to be changed. I think it will be Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and Eze. Saka on the right, Trossard on the left, and I think we will again see Mikel Merino up front, who played very good. Like, the whole front three against Tottenham was very good. Trossard especially is a player who's performing at such a high level at the minute, a player who's been spoken about in, for the past few seasons. People have had questions about Trossard. There's been countless examples when people would say, right, I'd start Martinelli over Trossard. And look, Martinelli's back now, so maybe that battle will ensue from this point onward, but Trossard is if you need to play your strongest 11 right now, undoubtedly Leandro Trossard is in that starting 11. He's playing so well. So that's the 11 I think Mikel Arteta would go for at this very moment. And look, my mind changes all the time. I'm a typical football fan. Like, 1 minute I'll be thinking, this could work, and then all of a sudden I'll start overthinking it and I think, right, let's go with this. But right now, the starting 11 I would go for is Raya in goal. I'd still play Timber at right back. I'd go Mosquera, Hincapié, and Lewis-Skelly. Again, people might say you're dropping Saliba. This is crazy, especially against Bayern Munich's defence. But again, we don't necessarily have to win this game. We're still at home. We still have the advantage. And we saw, even against teams like Liverpool, when Mosquera came in, he's still more than capable of doing a job. In fact, most people were saying the drop-off from Saliba to Mosquera isn't actually that big. Like, Mosquera's so good. We paid, 15, 20 million for him. And the performances were surprising a lot of people. So for me, I'll go Mosquera and Capier, Miles Lewis-Skelly. In midfield, I probably don't switch too much. I think you still have to go Zubimendi, Declan Rice and Eze. On the right wing, again, do you need to play Saka? Could you play Madueke? Again, maybe. I would look at it and I know all these guys' stats and everything are all recorded. So whoever is most worn out, whoever needs rest the most out of Trossard and Saka, I would rest one of those. But it would probably be, right now I'd go Saka, Trossard and then Marino. I think you probably have. So the midfield and forward line, I would actually go the same, but I would want some rest in that defence because there's not going to be too many chances this season where we get to rest some of these players. Look, a lot of people are saying this is a test. Arsenal have to make a statement. How many times have we heard this season, oh, this is the game where Arsenal have to make a statement? Like, we've heard it in the league so many. Like, I'm sick of Arsenal making statements. So many statements we've made. I feel like we're in a courtroom. Arsenal are making statements left and right. Oh, Liverpool dropped points. Arsenal need to make a statement. Arsenal have got the North London derby this weekend. They have to make a statement. We've been making statements. Arsenal don't have to prove anything else to anyone. Like, Arsenal just need to continue what they're doing. Arsenal are the form team in the Premier League. Like, people are building Bayern Munich up to be this team that is totally untouchable. No one's going to be able to get at this Bayern Munich team. Defensively, I don't think they're solid. Like, I went back and watched the game against PSG because you can watch their league games as much as you like, but nothing really prepares you for a European night. So I think the PSG game is the best example that I could watch. So I went back and watched that. And although Bayern Munich are dazzling at times going forward, some of the passages of play, the intricacies in being able to craft opportunities around the box, like the quick 1-2s, back heels to get past players and then players popping up in moments to get their shots away. We had against PSG, Gnabry popping up in moments. Harry Kane had some moments. Like, they are good. Elise, they have some very clever players. So I think they will craft opportunity. People who are thinking Bayern Munich are going to struggle to create chances against Arsenal, look, maybe. But I think Bayern Munich will get chances in this goal. I think Bayern Munich will score in this game. They have a very good team. Luis Diaz, they've got players that can hurt you. But the area that I was most fascinated about when it comes to this Bayern Munich team is that defence. And I watch most teams now, and because I have the benefit of watching Arsenal most weeks, when I watch other teams like Liverpool and Man City, I watch them and I think, you got some good players, but defensively, you're shocking. Is it only because I'm watching Arsenal, who are the best defensive team in the world right now, that when I watched, like I said, Bayern Munich yesterday against PSG, I was watching that game and I was thinking, defensively, you lot are terrible. Like, there's gaps all over the shop. Saka's going to be able to explore them gaps. Trossard in his current form is certainly going to be able to. Imagine Eze buzzing about in them pockets, picking up space, playing through balls to Marino. Again, Marino who could drop deep and play a through ball to Eze, Trossard, Saka, whoever's playing forward. Arsenal, again, will create chances in this game. This isn't going to be strictly attack versus defence. Those are probably the best strengths when it comes to this team. Arsenal's attack is probably comparable to Bayern Munich's when we have all our best players back. People might look at that statement and think, what are you talking about? Bayern Munich at the minute have the best attack in world football. And Arsenal wouldn't be too far behind. You've got Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard or Martinelli or Eze on that left wing. You can't tell me there's not much difference in terms of quality when it comes to those teams, but we don't have our best attack available right now. We're playing Mikel Marino up front, so right, in this game, Bayern Munich probably will be slightly more dangerous in terms of an attacking sense. But Arsenal's defence is more than capable of dealing with that. Look, score prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Arsenal. Again, I wouldn't be totally disappointed with a draw in this game if we rotate some players. And people might say, that's quite defeatist. Why are you saying you'd be okay with a draw? It's not the worst result in the world. If we can rest 2 players and get a draw, then I'd be happy with that. Like, you're not going to win every game. Like, Arsenal, I'm seeing it because when Arsenal were kind of dropping points against teams like Sunderland after they won 9 games in a row, there's a disappointment. Like, people are expecting Arsenal now to win every game. Like, Arsenal will drop points at some point this season. We may even see it this weekend against Chelsea. Look, this isn't the Chelsea match breakdown. I've got that coming up. But we might draw that game. And again, people might build that up to be the worst thing in the world. But you look at the champions over the past few seasons and they've drew double-digit games. You draw over 10 games. Arsenal have had 2 draws.
And that's why I see people panicking when it comes to Bayern Munich. They're like, oh my God, Bayern Munich are unbeaten this season. I'm like, well, Arsenal have only had one defeat and we're in a way stronger league. You look at some of the teams Bayern Munich have played this season, like they wouldn't even, like they'd be relegated every single season, most of them German teams. Like they would nowhere near manage in the Premier League. Like the German league is weaker than the Premier League. Like I saw they drew against Union Berlin. Like that was their draw this season. They basically won every game and they got one draw against Union Berlin. And I thought, geez, that Union Berlin team must be decent. Had a look. They're 8th position in the Bundesliga. They've won 4, lost 3 and drawn 4. Like their record is terrible. And Bayern Munich had to score a last minute goal to get the draw away from home against Union Berlin. So Bayern Munich aren't this unstoppable, well, in terms of an attacking sense they are, but in terms of the whole package, they're not this unbelievable team that is totally incapable of losing. Arsenal could rest a couple of players and still beat this team. That's not me being arrogant. I'm just saying that's how strong Arsenal are. Like I rate our team right now as probably the best in the world. And again, people will hear that statement and say, you're talking absolute rubbish. But everyone admits the Premier League is the strongest league in the world. Arsenal are running away when it comes to the Premier League. And still people will laugh at Arsenal fans when they say currently we're the best team in the world. Rival fans would never admit that. But they would admit that we're the strongest league in the world. And when you're the most dominant team in the strongest team in league in the world, then you're probably one of the best teams in world football. And that's what Arsenal currently are. So Arsenal can rest 2 players and still get a result against Bayern Munich, in my humble opinion. Let me know your thoughts on everything you've heard in this video. Get your score prediction in the comment section. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, if you could do me a quick favour, just hit like and subscribe. And I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.